Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Young and the Restless spoilers. Sharon and Phyllis nightmare. Is this Ian Ward or a new threat? The Young and the Restless YNR spoilers indicate the Monday, February 24th episode provided plenty of bombshells for fans. First off, viewers knew Phyllis Summers' Michelle Stafford was missing in action. However, while there was some concern, many within the land of Genoa City were fluffing off her vanishing act as Phyllis being Phyllis. With that said, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow and Mariah Copeland Cameron Grimes will start to feel a bit concerned about the fact that they can't reach Sharon Newman Sharon Case during Monday's show. The closing of the episode reveals that the two rivals are being held hostage in a dingy apartment, but who's behind this? Suspect 1 Ian Ward. YNR fans can't shake the feeling that Ian Ward Ray Wise is behind this. After all, he was at the center of both women's last tragedies, having Jordan Colleen Zank run red off the road, something that almost killed her and also kidnapped Sharon. Still, reports indicate that Ian exited in January, and even though everyone thinks a gunshot wound killed him, YNR viewers know he's very much alive. Could the show be punking viewers? Again, has Ian returned quicker than expected, or will he loom in the shadows to strike at another moment? After all, as everyone in GC thinks he's dead, he could get away with torturing both Phyllis and Sharon. He could even take them out without anyone suspecting him. An old character return or new threat? YNR fans could be shocked to find out that a new threat lingers. Right now, audiences are expecting Ian to come out of the woodwork. A new threat could add a layer of mystery and shock once the person was revealed. But who could it be? Could Jordan unexpectedly return? That would be a plot twist. Then again, maybe it's some villain from the distant past, like Patty Williams, who was once played by Stacey Hayduke but could return as a recast. Patty did have a bad history with both Sharon and Phyllis. Then again, what if a brand new character is brought into storylines? Young and the Restless has never been shy about bringing back some of its most terrifying characters, and the latest spoilers have fans wondering if Sharon Newman Sharon Case and Phyllis Summers Michelle Stafford are about to face a new nightmare. With a history of manipulation, danger, and psychological warfare, Sharon and Phyllis may once again find themselves caught in the crossfire of a very familiar, yet very ominous, figure. But is the threat they face one they've encountered before in the form of Ian Ward Ray Wise, or is a new villain ready to make their presence known? The return of Ian Ward a familiar threat? If you've been a fan of The Young and the Restless for some time, you'll remember Ian Ward, the sinister character who caused chaos in Genoa City. Ian is notorious for his mental games, cunning manipulation, and ruthless actions. When he first appeared, Ian quickly became one of the most hated and feared men on the canvas. He was a master manipulator who targeted Sharon and Phyllis, knowing exactly how to push their buttons. For Sharon, Ian's arrival was a complete nightmare. His obsession with her deepened as he began to stalk her, tormenting her emotionally and trying to destroy her life from the inside out. Sharon's history with mental health struggles made her an ideal target for someone like Ian, who thrived on preying on the vulnerabilities of others. His twisted mind games seemed endless, and Sharon was forced to dig deep within herself to overcome the horrors he inflicted upon her. Phyllis, on the other hand, also had her share of devastating encounters with Ian. Their explosive relationship was marked by deceit, manipulation, and a deep-seated hatred that left both women scarred in different ways. While Phyllis wasn't as easily manipulated as Sharon, Ian's dangerous charm and malevolent influence proved too much for her at times. His ability to exploit their fears and weaknesses, especially when it came to their loved ones, was both chilling and unforgiving. So, when recent spoilers tease that Sharon and Phyllis may be facing a familiar threat once again, many fans are wondering if it could be Ian Ward. Could he be the one lurking in the shadows, ready to wreak havoc once more on these two formidable women? The new threat, a darker force. While the idea of Ian Ward making a comeback is enough to make anyone shudder, the Young and the Restless has a tendency to introduce new and even more dangerous threats. Could this be the case with Sharon and Phyllis' current predicament? Is there someone even more sinister and unpredictable than Ian lurking in the wings? The idea of a new villain arriving in Genoa City is one that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. It could be a character who has been lurking in the background, waiting for the perfect moment to strike, or it could be an entirely new face, one that has never been seen before. Whoever this new threat might be, it's clear that Sharon and Phyllis will be forced to confront a danger unlike anything they've faced before. What makes this new threat even more terrifying is the possibility that it's someone who knows them both intimately. This would allow them to exploit their pasts, play off their deepest fears, and create havoc in ways they could never anticipate. The psychological aspect of a threat like this could easily shatter both women, who've already endured so much over the years. Sharon and Phyllis' nightmare, a battle of wills. What makes the situation even more intriguing is the relationship between Sharon and Phyllis. These two women have had a rocky history, often finding themselves on opposite sides of the battlefield, whether it's over men, business, or family. However, their shared experiences, especially when it comes to dealing with dangerous men and toxic relationships, have created an unspoken bond between them. In the face of this new nightmare, whether it's Ian Ward or a new, even more menacing figure, they will need to put aside their differences and join forces to protect themselves and their families. Their ability to put aside past grievances and work together could be one of their strongest weapons against whatever threat lies ahead. This could lead to some surprisingly tense yet empowering moments as Sharon and Phyllis navigate their precarious alliance, forced to work together to outsmart their common enemy. For Sharon, this could be an opportunity to showcase her strength in the face of adversity, especially given her past struggles. After all, she's been through more than her fair share of psychological trauma, and seeing her rise above it all could be an inspiring storyline for fans. Meanwhile, Phyllis' fiery spirit and unyielding determination will undoubtedly be an asset as she fights back against the looming menace. With their combined strength, Sharon and Phyllis could prove to be a formidable team that no villain, past or present, can defeat. The psychological warfare at play. What sets Ian Ward and any potential new threat apart is their ability to engage in psychological warfare. Sharon and Phyllis may be physically strong and capable, but their real weakness has always been their emotional vulnerabilities. A villain who can manipulate their emotions, make them doubt themselves, or exploit their past mistakes could potentially have the upper hand. Ian Ward was a master of this kind of manipulation, using his knowledge of Sharon's mental health struggles to keep her under his thumb. He wasn't afraid to play on her insecurities, creating a situation where she questioned her own sanity. This was a tactic that ultimately drove Sharon to the brink, and it's one that could easily be used again if Ian returns to torment her. However, a new villain might bring an even darker and more twisted strategy to the table. Perhaps this new threat will have a personal connection to Sharon or Phyllis, making their manipulation even more painful. Maybe they'll use their relationships with loved ones, such as Nick Joshua Morrow, Summer Hunter King, or even Faith Raylan Castor, as pawns in their cruel game. The possibilities for psychological manipulation are endless, and this new nightmare could be even more mind-bending than Ian's reign of terror. A nightmare they won't forget. As the tension builds and the mystery of this new threat unfolds, one thing is for certain: Sharon and Phyllis are in for a nightmare that will test both their resolve and their strength. Whether they are facing the return of Ian Ward or a new villain entirely, it's clear that their lives are about to become much more complicated, but with the support of their loved ones and each other, they may just find the courage to face whatever darkness lies ahead and emerge victorious. For fans of The Young and the Restless, one thing is guaranteed: this thrilling storyline is sure to keep viewers on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting each twist and turn. The nightmare that Sharon and Phyllis face will be one they won't forget, and it will undoubtedly leave a lasting impact on both their characters and the viewers who followed them through it all. The question now remains, who is the true mastermind behind this terror, and will Sharon and Phyllis be able to overcome the darkest chapter of their lives? Yet time will tell, but one thing is certain, this new nightmare will be nothing short of a dramatic, heart-pounding experience.